Oh man, I hate Mondays.
Nah, man, it's Tuesday.
Wait. What day is it?
You know what day it is? Tuesday. Brewsday, Tuesday.
Oh, fuck yeah. Grab a cold one. It's Brewsday Tuesday, brought to you by the Cellar and Six Pack Store. Here's DreZ and Big Nate.
A lovely sound indeed. It is Brewsday Tuesday, brought to you by the Cellar Restaurant and Six Pack Store right there in downtown Blacksburg. These beers actually did not come from there. These beers came from a variety pack. Like you can get the 12 pack of 4 different beers. My math is correct. That's 3 each, or is it 4 each? Three
It's
each. 3 times 4 is
12.
yay, mathematics.
It's not my strong suit.
It's it was actually probably the the subject I excelled best in grade school, but you kind of quit using it to a certain point. You got calculators and
Exactly. We don't need it. It's like cursive. I have the world's worst handwriting though.
do you remember that? Were you ever told that when you were learning like long division and stuff?
You're gonna use this?
Well, no, well, it would be like, oh, well, that's why I have a calculator. You're not always going to have a calculator with you.
They were wrong.
They were 100% wrong. Sorry, Miss Fleming, you were wrong. We do have a calculator always with us now, but so yes, we are drinking beer. I just popped from Terrapin. This is part of the variety pack that you can get, the Hopsecutioner IPA. This is just a straight up IPAs because that is what I like, and we Terrapin makes some good ones. I think I've probably had all of these beers before. What about you?
Yeah,
What'd you pop?
I love Terrapin. I've got my favorite version of Pogs as an adult, the passion fruit orange guava IPA, Luau Crunkles. It's 6.5% ABV, and this one has a special place in my heart. This was the very first beer I ever had on the radio.
Was that with Huck on a Brews Day or
no? That
prior
was
to?
on our sister station. It was WFNR at the time, AM Hodgepodge. Keith and Mark have that beer segment, and this was the first one they ever shared with me.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
So cool. So you've been on that show?
That's how I started here. I was producing that and Radford High School football, and I guess eventually my time became more important, and now Mark produces it himself. Does a fine job of it. Teaching old mouse new tricks.
Yeah, they usually do drink beer on that show, don't they? Do they do that every week or?
Most weeks. Yeah, I mean, that first segment, even if they're not drinking beer, is dedicated to like stuff going on in the world of craft beer. Because I mean, of course, Keith,
Long Way,
co-owner of Long Way,
he's been on our show.
Yeah, but they've for as long as I can remember, they've done that.
What a great idea. Drinking beer on the radio.
Someone should do that.
It is fun. It is fun indeed. But yes, it is going to be coming to an end, at least for me. I'm assuming you're planning to carry on the Brewsday Tuesday torch. And I think we have confirmed Huck is down. I don't know. He told me that he had to clear it with Huckette. I don't know if he cleared it or not, but hasn't he already been throwing a bunch of ideas your way?
Yeah, he's got a long list of ideas, and what he's probably gonna be doing is just like going out for a bit and just being real vague about it.
Maybe, but I think
that's his strategy.
I think Huckette could quickly learn once she tunes in at 6 o'clock.
We're gonna hang your glass in the rafters.
Yeah,
we have a nice display case. We'll put it right over there by the closet.
That sounds good. That sounds good. So yeah, I think we'll do sort of like last time when I was passing the torch to you and I was going to be gone in the RV. We brought Huck back. I think we'll do something similar. We'll do all 3 of us next week. It'll be a supersized, I'm sure, Brewsday Tuesday for my last hoorah, if you will. And I think what we determined is each of us will bring around to drink. So we'll do 3 rounds. So I don't know if you've put any thought or what you're going to bring, but I think I already have mine picked out.
I feel like you've had yours picked out for a while.
Mine have been picked out for a while. That's true. Because I think I've even mentioned that I've been holding on to some beers for quite some time. So yes, The question is which of those beers will we do? Because initially I was planning to do a show out of it. I have 4, but now I have to pick 3. Although I guess we could just drink all 4.
I'm saying it's the last show, man.
I also have another beer that I
Go
was
big.
hoping to make into a show that I never got around to. So I might just have to pop that one too. So we'll see. But this should be a pretty
We're
good
all
one.
gonna have to Uber home.
That is a strong possibility.
I have a couple of routes I want to go. I have put thought into it. Has Huck put any thought into it? Is the real?
Well, I think he just found out about it, a couple days
Yeah.
ago. So did you? Oh no, did you talk to him over the weekend at all?
No, not
He's a
about
busy
the final
guy. He's a
show.
busy
I
boy.
have talked to him. We've talked about a couple of upcoming shows for after your departure. One that I'm bummed you're gonna miss, but I don't want to reveal too much about it.
Yeah, the one that we've been teasing for the
Teasing?
last month, but it's finally going to happen. But
finally
after I'm
happening.
gone, great.
And the state government is apparently somehow to blame. So
Well, I
it's
will
gonna be
certainly,
fun.
I'll certainly tune in to see or hear what the deal is, because I'm curious what the hang up was on that one. But I'm sure there's a story.
Oh, there is, and I know the story, and I don't want to reveal it, so I'm saving all of the content I can for on air. But
Fair enough.
there is a story.
Yep, that will be good. That will be good. So I guess we could also mention once again, yes, I'm leaving. I think the cat's firmly out of the bag on that. So again, another plug real quick for my going away party, the Bon Voyage Boo Bash. You can come out to the McAdoo's in Blacksburg, have a DreZ burger, which, by the way, if you haven't had a DreZ burger yet, you got it. I think that'll actually be the last day to get it. 'Cause
I'm
I
told
think
it's their #1 bestseller, and they're going to add it to the menu forever.
Oh, I'm sure they will. That would be
I mean,
phenomenal.
chili on a burger is just brilliant.
Oh man, it is better than I thought. I don't know why I never had that before. Like somehow that escaped me.
No, it's
I had some great chili at the tailgate the other day, and I was like, oh man, I wish I had a burger to put this on.
I mean, chili season is in full swing, and
Mm-hmm.
I haven't broken out my chili making supplies yet. I make my own spice, but Jules was of course kind enough to bring us some chili.
Oh yeah, that was
so the
bomb.
wife's like, "You can't make chili. We've already got chili."
It smelled so good.
Yeah, but
I've never
it's chili, man.
I don't know if I've ever actually made chili. I think maybe one time there was this hillbilly chili cook-off that I went to, and I can't remember if I made chili. I think I did, but I also the main thing, my chili did not win. I don't even think it placed or anything. But what my big standout was the cornbread that I brought. And
You
I
do make
said,
an
I was like,
efficient cornbread.
you need to have a separate category of cornbread, because there's a lot of different types of cornbreads out there. And some of them are better than others. I will give a plug. I think it's called Famous Dave's. If you're looking for just a quick pre-made cornbread, I mean, that stuff is delicious. You just, I think you just add water and then bake it.
And you're like
Maybe an
me,
egg.
you prefer it to be savory rather than sweet, correct?
I like a little bit of everything, but the Famous Dave's that I like the best is the jalapeno.
Yeah.
Because that's
So
so good. So damn good. I do love me some cornbread.
Yeah. So now I want some cornbread. That's the one that like me and the oldest are the only ones who eat cornbread in the house. So like it's real tricky to justify making cornbread. But like my birthday last year, we went out to Mission Barbecue. It was the day before we had our youngest. And I ordered extra cornbread and take it home for leftovers. It's a nice little snack for the drive home. Because I take my cornbread that seriously.
Too messy for a drive. Come on. You're going to get crumbs all over.
That's
the place.
okay, because I didn't get to eat the cornbread. I'm going to box everything up. I turn around. There's Harper just standing there like cornbread all over. All right. Well, I guess on my birthday, I can't have what I want. You jerk.
Oh, man. I do love me some cornbread. All right. For some reason, two quotes come to my mind when I hear cornbread. I think of the Chris Rock No Sex in the Champagne Room, where he says, cornbread, ain't nothing wrong with that. Love that. The other one is, you know me, my name's Cornbread. You know that one? Does that sound familiar?
I only know that one because I've heard you say it before.
Okay. So you don't actually know what it's from?
No.
Well, that's the thing. I don't know if I remember what it's from anymore now. I want to say it's like a Homestar Runner cartoon. Did you ever get into Homestar Runner? I think that's what it's from. but I'm not 100% sure. And I'm pretty sure I tried to Google it and it's nowhere. So if anybody listening, mainly you, Rick, because I know that you probably know what that one's from, text me and let me know, and we can try and get that sorted. Or email me, DreZ, DREZ at 1053thebear.com. I want to say it was a Homestar Runner cartoon. You never got into Homestar Runner?
I did not.
Homestar Runner was like that kind of old school, cheaper, like South Park-esque animation, but it was an internet cartoon before. I mean, this was probably circa 2000, early 2000s, like 2000, maybe even 2001. I feel like
We got internet at my
maybe 22. I don't know.
we got internet at my house in like 2005 because it was fairly rural area in Culpeper.
Wow.
So like there are definitely some gaps in my like early internet. It was basically what I could get around the school's internet filter.
Yeah, they did
So if
make it difficult.
I didn't know about it.
I don't know. I don't know if they
see
would
it
have
out
blocked Homestar. It wasn't anything bad. Like it was.
But
It was
what, like,
actually
what site did it live on?
HomestarRunner.com.
Yeah, see, if I didn't know it, because everything I did was like through command prompt, so you'd have to like trick the ISP into letting you through. So if I didn't know the URL, I wasn't there.
Yeah, I don't know if schools would have blocked HomestarRunner.com. Probably not. Because it's clean. Like you can watch it with the kids. I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly.
Maybe what we have to do.
It's nice, good, clean, funny stuff. I don't know if they're still going or not.
It sounds like. Have you ever heard of the Amazing World of Gumball?
Gumball.
It was a Cartoon Network show. I mean, this would have been like 2018, so I don't know that you necessarily would have had any reason to watch that. But essentially, like the concept behind the show is it's all like different characters from these two dudes like wanted to start this cartoon, and like they had all these different ideas and they all got rejected, so they just combined them into one world. And it's the only cartoon like I've genuinely chuckled at as an adult. So I mean, they're 12-minute episodes. I think there's like 6 seasons, and they're all like 40 episodes a season.
You say Adult Swim?
No, I mean this was just
Cartoon
regular
Network?
Cartoon Network, but
Okay.
it's funny as hell. So
That's
I'll
one of the things-
recommend that. It seems like something like that would have been like the Homestar Runner.
I did like that length. That's one of the things I loved about Adult Swim was, it's like 11-minute cartoons, 10 minutes, something like that. There's a lot of good stuff on there.
Just the right amount of time. You don't need to get too involved.
Yeah, obviously Metalocalypse is the top dog, I would say.
Not like Dragon Ball Z where you got Goku running for a whole season. I literally only watched one season of that show, and because everyone's talked about it for so long about how great it is.
You're making that reference. I've never seen a single episode of Dragon Ball Z.
Okay. Well,
I was more of a Yu-Gi-Oh kind of a kid.
Dragon Ball Z is definitely not worth the watch.
Mm-hmm.
Like I will never get it. It's a full season, like 36 episodes of him like running up this dragon to train to fight. Like that's your main character the whole time is just training. And then like the last episode is your like payoff.
So the season is How to Train Your Dragon?
Well, no, I think the dragon was training him, but
Oh, okay.
I don't know. It was
I don't even know the premise of that. So is it like kind of like a Pokemon thing, but it's just dragons?
No.
Like you fight dragons?
well, no, it's like ninjas and they're I don't like some bad guy, there's aliens, it's all over the place. Someone was very like intoxicated when they came up with the premise, and it's now been televised and print and all that for like 40 years now. Like that came out around the same time. The original Dragon Ball was like around the same time as Speed Racer in its original run.
Well, Speed Racer was longer than 40 years ago, wasn't it?
We've already established I'm bad at math.
Let's go ahead and split hairs. Either way, all right. We're drinking some Terrapin beers. Again, this came from a nice little variety 12-pack that you can get your hands on. I do like Terrapin. I've never been there. Athens, Georgia. I don't even think I've ever been to Athens, Georgia. I'm not too sure where that is on the map. We will finally be getting Georgia on our RV map on this trip. That's one of the first places we're going to be going, is because somehow we skipped it the first time, and we have one of those maps of like which states you go to in the RV, and that's that Georgia. It's not up there. It's just this big gap that's been bothering me for years. So we're finally going to take care of that.
I mean, you got to go to Terrapin.
Well, I don't know exactly where Athens is. We're going to be staying like right outside of Atlanta. Is Athens near there? I don't know.
I only ever drove. I don't think I've ever stopped in Georgia.
You've never been?
That's one of those, like, I mean, obviously we stopped for gas and stuff, but we've not spent longer than the time it takes to get through and, eat and stuff like that. But The one thing I know about Athens is like that's where REM was formed.
Oh, okay. That's the big
And
claim to fame.
that's about my experience with Georgia.
All right, so it looks like it's slightly northeast of Atlanta. So, and we were going to be staying southwest of Atlanta. So maybe, but maybe I'll be able to hit it. Either way, we're drinking the beer and it's good. Obviously, if you haven't had Terrapin beer before, I don't know. I'm trying to think of what else I've had from them. I can only think of IPAs, but when I think of them, I do think of this sort of run of beers. The Hopsecutioner is one of the top ones. It's just such a good IPA, just all around, just pretty standard, just solid. I think it's 7.3%. I don't know if we went over the ABVs, but yeah, 7.3%. It's just an all around good one, man. It's got the hoppiness you're looking for. Great lacing, as you can see on the video here. If you're watching on the YouTube, man, just fantastic. Great IPA all around. 4.25.
So I mean, with Luau Crunkles, there's definitely that bit of nostalgia for me, but it's such a solid beer. It's not. I wouldn't call it the perfect beer, so it's not going to get a 5, but it's one that I could easily, any given day, pick it up and have one and be like, all right, that was a good choice. It's a lot more fruit forward than what a lot of people seek for in IPAs, and maybe that's why I like it so much. I like the way the orange and the passion fruit kind of.
Yeah, I'm trying to
Bring out
remember
the
how
flavor.
fruity it was. I feel like it was more.
It's
I think
subtle.
it's subtle enough that I enjoy it.
It just really mutes the hops, like I think. I'm gonna be right there with you. I mean, it's delicious. I love Luau Crunkles. It's a 4.25.
4.25 there. That's on the Untapped scale, which, by the way, that's how we like to rate and keep track of our beers. You can download the Untapped app. We've been talking about it for 10 years. There are no way affiliated with this show other than we just use it a lot. In fact, I was looking, I think I'm at 8,000 some check-ins, over 6,000 unique beers. I'm pretty proud of my Untapped app, but we'll see. I'm going to get a lot more brewery locations coming up soon, which is
There you
cool.
go.
Which, by the way, honestly, that might be the best way to keep track of my trip. Because
Follow them up.
now that I'm going to be done with the bear, I'm probably going to get off social media. Like I've always said, like, oh, I don't really like it, but I have to have it
you're
for
like me,
work
you
and
have to have
stuff.
it for work.
Yeah, so I mean, I might keep my Facebook, but definitely going to get rid of Instagram on my phone. I think that's really the only Twitter or X, whatever. Definitely deleting that crap.
I haven't logged into X since I got my new on my new phone.
No,
Like I still have it in my office, but
yeah.
again, because I need it for
So
work.
feel free to friend me on there if you want to. DreZ Drinks is my handle, and Big Nate Danger is across from me. We're going to take a quick break. We'll play a song. We'll come back. We'll drink more beer from Terrapin. It's Brewsday Tuesday on 105.3 The Bear.